Beautiful soul family, and welcome back to On Another Level. And I did a video. For some reason I'm not able to upload it, or wasn't able to upload it, so I'm going to tack it under tack it into the description box, and I encourage you to take a look at that video. But the scripture that came to mind was from 2 Kings chapter 10 verses 18 to 28. And the reason why I'm doing this scripture again is because to bring forth a reiteration of, just how Satan does things. Again, there's nothing new under the sun, but when Satan mimics things that God had brought together, we see that it's directed to people. Okay, and again, I ask that you look at the video that's in the description box. For some reason, I wasn't able, my computer was jamming up. There was a lot of things going on, and really it just lets me know that there's another level of activities taking place, and it's just about the process of things getting worse and worse. Beautiful soul family, in God's eyes you are beautiful. Again, in God's eyes you are beautiful, and you have a lot of power. And those people who sell out, they do not see you the same way that you see them. They see you as a means of using either money to make them rich, but more so your energy. And it's just so interesting because what we see are people that they know how to wear the mask well, and they wear the mask so well that even how you view them, and you don't even know them, but just how you view them, you put them on a pedestal. Okay, and it's about knowing that it is not money that makes you valuable, not at all, but what's going on in your heart. So here in 2 Kings chapter 10 verse 18 it reads, "And Jehu gathered all the people together and said unto them, Ahab served Baal a little, but Jehu shall serve him much. Now therefore call unto me all the prophets of Baal, all his servants and all his priests. Let none be wanting, for I have a great sacrifice to do to Baal. Whosoever shall be wanting, he shall not live." But Jehu did it to the intent that he might destroy the worshippers of Baal. Now here, this is about them destroying the worshippers of Baal. But in the case of that ritual that was taking place, mind you, they do rituals before they do their shows. And this is, Travis Scott is not the only one. And for some reason, I feel like this is a deja vu. But he's not the only one that does rituals before they do anything in their life. And the more that we come to see that, the more we're understanding more of what type of system we're living in, but not of. Okay? And in verse 20 says, "And Jehu said, Proclaim a solemn assembly for Baal. And they proclaimed it. And Jehu said to all Israel, and all the worshippers of Baal came, so that there was not a man left that came not. And they came into the house of Baal, and the house of Baal was full from one end to another. And he said unto him that was over the vestry, Bring forth vestments for all the worshippers of Baal. And he brought them forth in vestments. And Jehu went, and Jehonadab, the son of Rechab, into the house of Baal, and said unto the worshippers of Baal, Search, and look that there be here with you none of the servants of the Lord, but the worshippers of Baal only. And when they went in to offer sacrifices and burnt offerings, Jehu appointed 80 men without, and said, If any of the men whom I have brought into your hands escape, he that letteth him go, his life shall be for the life of him. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering, and that Jehu said to the guard and to the captains, Go in and slay them, let none come forth. And they smote them with the edge of the sword, and the guard and the captains cast them out, and went to the city of the house of Baal. And they brought forth the images out of the house of Baal, and burned them. And they brake down the image of Baal, and brake down the house of Baal, and made it a draught house unto this day. Thus Jehu destroyed Baal out of Israel. Now, so interesting, this is mentioned in the Bible. Now, this was in reference to how there was a bunch of people gathered together in a festivity to worship their god Baal. But they were thinking they were going there and having a good time, worshiping, sacrifices and offerings and all that they do. But they didn't realize that that was a time that there was going to be an ambush. Now, in this like manner that was happening yesterday, there was something also there. I'm sure it wasn't just me that was feeling it around that time frame, and there are other people that have felt it in that time frame. But this was something that was so extreme. This was really something that was so extreme, but it's still a small part of their scheme of things. And as I said, they may apologize, they may say sorry, but they don't mean it. And more we're going to see about Travis, and we're going to see about the different people that come to play. But it's giving you an eye-opener as to how they view you. You give them money, and you consider yourself a fan, and you put them on a pedestal. But they put you on a platter to serve, okay? And, what's so interesting is God was saying to serve man. But in their mind, it's not to bring you a service, not to bring you entertainment, but they're actually serving men to their gods. And we need to understand and think twice. What is our intuition telling us before we go out? This is why we need to have our spiritual armor on, beautiful soul family. Now, in this case, they were gathering up Baal worshippers and slaughtering them and tearing down their, what does it says? Tearing down their statues, their images. And it's about imagery. What are the general population? What image are they serving? No one needs to lose their life. But when we put God first, we have guidance. And the thing about it is the other way around. And so, beautiful soul family, I am in hopes that this records, but if it doesn't, I think I know why. The thing about it is that more and more we have to really put on our spiritual armor, and we have to be led by God. We have to be led by God, because we're going to see more and more crazy things going on. That whole thing was a ritual, and it was set to kill 8 people, and that's exactly what happened. And if they could have done more, they would have done more. That's why he was continuing with his ritual, and it's really sad. But this should open your eyes to these times. Have a beautiful and wonderful day.